providing a space for that middle ground, for the people that are only used to benefit someone else most times, or that are left out from even thinking that they can expand from just being a trainer, or even using the word trainer. I try to stay away from that because they're fitness professionals.
Welcome to the Southside Show, your local news and information source for Atlanta's South Side.
Welcome to the Southside Show. I'm your host, Artie Jones III. Each week, we shine a spotlight on the Southside's rich culture and colorful history, which has a global effect on faith, economy, politics, and technology. Our guest today is Jay Shoates. He's the president and CEO and founder of Train or Die Compound, a fitness company headquartered on the south side of Atlanta. I'd like to introduce and welcome Jay Shoates to the Southside Show. How you doing, Jason?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for visiting us at the Southside Show. First, what I would like for you to do is kind of introduce yourself to our Southside Show guests. Tell them about your background, where you grew up, and how, let's start there.
Okay. I'm Jason Shoates. Everybody know me as Jay. I came to the South Side when I was 11 from Germany. My father was in the military, and we lived over there basically all the way until I was 11. We came to the South Side from that point. I went to McNair Middle School, right off Old National.
All right.
I went to Banneker High School. I went to Creekside High School, and kind of got all my foundations as an adult, and a lot of my adult network and connections from here off the South Side.
Okay, so are you like what? You like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4"?
6'3".
6'3".
Well, 6'3" and a half. I keep that half.
Yeah, well, I know you're taller than me.
Yeah.
So were you involved in any sports or anything coming up through school?
I played for the infamous Elbert Outlaw at Burdett Road. So anybody that went to Burdett, they know academics above athletics. That was our calling over there at Burdett.
Okay.
So I'm a Burdett Trojan. I played AAU here with Team Georgia. That's Outlaws program too. Played basketball a little bit at Banneker. Mm-hmm. And just was, just a kind of everyday athlete. Just outside playing basketball. Where I grew up at, right off Connell Road, I had a circle right in front of my house, so that's where the baseball was played at.
Okay.
And so that's the kind of extent of my my fitness, well, my pro athlete career. Let me say that. Okay.
All right. So, do you have any siblings?
Yes, I got 6 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where are you in the pecking order?
Number 5.
Number 5. All right. You're almost a baby.
Almost.
Okay. All right. Are they athletically inclined also, or you guys kind of have your own?
Yeah, I could say every one of my brothers and really every one of my sisters, except my youngest, play sports. Football, basketball, track. My older sister played volleyball at Banneker. And basketball at Banneker. So yeah. Okay.
So we talked about your background with your growing up, and kind of talk to us about how did you start out professionally, the jobs that you've had up until the point of Train or Die.
Okay. So before Train or Die, many years I was basically your local hardhead.
Okay.
I was, I'm from the South Side.
Okay.
And
by hardhead, going to some of our guests may not be familiar with that term.
Well, I had my bumps in the road.
Right.
And
you live by trial and error.
I did live by trial and error.
Yeah.
And it's just all of it was a learning experience. I had to go and sit down for a little while, I say. And that gave me the opportunity to really look at myself. I began doing yoga while I was gone. I'm actually a certified yoga instructor. Okay. Also, and it just when I was gone, it just put my mind in a different perspective about health and wellness. I knew about it from just being athletic.
Right.
And it just really helped me formulate the game plan what I have today. And in 2008 is when I actually wrote the plan out for Train or Die Compound.
Okay.
And then
now, when I met you, I met you at an Old National Merchants Association meeting. I can remember you had your little baby boy at the meeting. I remember he was tiny.
Yeah.
But he was real quiet and everything, and you were right back there. You were a big 6'3" guy with a little itty bitty baby in his hand. But I can remember at the time you had a garage or a shop.
Yes.
So you were like a serial entrepreneur, or you've had many businesses, or that was your first kind of
I'm in my 40s, so I've never worked for nobody. I think the most I've ever worked, the most I ever worked for somebody was maybe 6 months of my life. I filed for my first LLC at 18.
Wow.
And that's just me. I'm a hustler.
Right.
You know, and I just build from that point. Doing all types of businesses. I'm real good with operations and logistical stuff. So that's kind of the stuff I lean toward, being behind the scenes a lot more with whatever businesses I have. Even with me having a garage, I did that because I wanted to learn about the franchising business.
Okay.
So I had the opportunity to get in, run a garage, learn how franchising worked. But all that was to get Train or Die where it was at. Everything I did, all the different trials and errors, I feel like were integral
to prepare you,
to where I'm at today.
Yeah, because I would think that in I guess working in the garage and everything, it deals with a lot of customer service, and definitely in your profession right now with Train or Die, you deal with people. You have to really understand. You have to be a good listener.
Yes.
You kind of have to break things down, and then when you break things down, you come up with a strategy for addressing that problem, whether it be with a vehicle or with a person. So now Train or Die. Train or Die is a fitness company.
Yes.
And I've been over to your place a couple times, but you know, the name is somewhat intimidating, Train or Die.
Yeah.
That has a lot, that provides a lot for the average person's imagination. Tell us, where did the name come from for Train or Die, and then we will talk more in detail about what Train or Die provides.
Okay. What Train or Die, I did want it to hit people in their face when they seen the logo and they seen the name. I want it to be, when you see it, you won't forget it. You know you've seen it somewhere. And Train or Die come from go back in the day, from when I was a hardhead kind of, and I can't even say that, just young, you know. Listening to Jeezy, you hear the Train or Die, or the Trap or Die, right?
Right.
And what people don't realize with that Trap or Die and what is it, Thug Motivation 101, that was this album. But it's just motivation, and the motivation is a mental motivation, and it's a mental motivation to go do what you want to do. So Train or Die is actually just a mentality to say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and put everything on the table to get my health together, because the alternative is die. You know what I mean? And
Gotcha.
just to be black and white about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's where it comes from.
Okay. So I feel that, you know, especially in the African American community, being on the South Side, you know, health-wise, you know, lots of times in our families we are, you know, we have hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, things of that nature, and due to sometimes the things that we eat, but at the same time, sometimes it's hereditary. We get it from generation to generation. How important is it for individuals to change their lifestyles with a health regimen or fitness training to be able to, I guess, extend their life? How important is it?
I think a healthy lifestyle is just as important as breathing, because do you want to have an early exit out of this life, or do you want to be able to say, you know what, I was able to do all this and get the third generation that I'm seeing, that I'm helping nurture to where they're at, because I was able to maintain a healthy lifestyle early.
Right.
And then push that on to the next generation, and that is a form of generational wealth, passing down health, and just pushing that.
Okay. Well, when was Train or Die founded? So I incorporated Train or Die in 2016.
We were first located in Fairburn off Oakley Industrial.
Okay.
And what's funny about that, I was over there about 3 years. I partnered at first with a lady that played in a couple Olympics. He played volleyball, and I was doing the training as well as having other people coming in. And that was the beginning. It was like 3,500 square feet.
Okay.
Maybe 6 months later, I was moving right next door into a 15,000 square foot facility.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was kind of
Huge
a
jump.
rapid growth. And the problem was I couldn't get my licensing together because it was an industrial district. And
Gotcha.
I had to change all the different codes to be able to get in there. So I was there going back and forth with the business license people. And I eventually said, you know what, I'm gonna just move. I moved onto Old National Highway.
Okay.
So that's where it started from. But
Okay.
it actually started, let me tell you when it really, the concept really started.
Mm-hmm.
In 2010, LA Fitness opened on Old National Highway.
Right.
In
The
2010 is when I actually came home. I started working up there. I probably worked up there maybe 4 or 5 months. And so that's kind of where it all started from, I think.
Yeah, those seeds were planted, and you say, hey, I can have my own place.
Yeah, absolutely. And it helped because Planet Fitness, LA Fitness fired me, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, they fired me.
Sometimes that's the motivation we need.
That was so much of a blessing because I had got what you call it. I got comfortable, and I was cool with just working for them. I'm a workaholic. I love to work, so I work for them 8 in the morning to 8 at night. They'll tell me, hey, you can't work 7 days a week. I'm like, hey, I don't know nothing else. That's all I know.
Right.
And my mentality on that is just like this. You know, when you're in the street 18, 20 hours a day, nobody says nothing to you. Nobody tells you need to take a break. Nobody tells you need to pause. And as soon as you start doing something legitimate, then you hear people say, man, you need to take a break. You need to have self-care. You need to get some rest. And I'm like, nobody was saying this when I was doing all this wrong stuff. So why is I'm getting told that now? And now I'm doing it. I'm working 18 hours for myself, and I don't even gotta look over my shoulder. It makes no sense. So that's why I work like that, and that's where that work ethic come from. I don't believe in part-time. You're either gonna do it full-time or don't waste your time.
Right. So tell me the difference between exercising, working out, and training.
Exercising and working out is basically going to the gym and just doing something without a direction.
That's what I do.
Training is you're gonna come in with a plan, and you're gonna execute that plan. You're basically going straight line towards your goals.
Right.
Just like a NASA cadet, a space cadet or whatever. They got to train to get in space. If you're going to be a CEO or a job, or you're transferring a different job, you have to train to be prepared for that position.
Right.
So it's the same thing. If you're going to get healthier, why would you not train to get to where you want to be at? Especially if you have health issues, or if you have knee issues or different ailments you got to take care of. You need to come up with the proper plan and program to get you where you want to be at.
Right. There are a lot of lose weight, quick, a lot of kind of, what would you call it?
Almost like get rich now scam.
Yeah. There's a lot of programs out there that are kind of popular now, but they're not. They don't really amount to anything a year from now.
Yeah.
What is the difference between what you provide at Train or Die, not only for your customers, but also for the trainers and the people that work with you there, as opposed to your LA Fitness?
Okay, so what sets
Or
us
major,
apart?
yeah.
What kind of sets apart? We're not a gym. We're a training facility. And what we actually do there, we're actually a business services company for fitness and wellness professionals.
Okay.
So we provide space and logistical services to those fit pros for them to be able to come in and operate and take care of their business. We offer a whole host of services up under those umbrellas for them to prosper. That's kind of what set us apart. So the actual members are fit pros. You know, whether it be a yoga instructor, whether it be an athletic trainer, whether it be a personal trainer, manual therapist, those are the actual people that we actually service that a lot of people don't even know, because they see so many people just coming in and getting training from those fit pros.
Okay.
But those fitness professionals that people see, those trainers, are actually their own businesses.
Gotcha.
So essentially, we're a fitness incubator.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna commit that I'm gonna drop by your place.
Okay.
You let me know which facility, because you have 2 facilities.
Yes.
What are both of the addresses?
So one facility, the headquarters is on Old National Highway. It's 4855 Old National Highway, Unit C2.
How many square feet is that?
That is 15,400 square feet.
Wow.
And then the other location is on the corner of Highway 85. It's 7531 Highway 85, Riverdale, Georgia.
Okay.
And it's in the Little Giants Plaza. That one is about 16,200 square feet. And we actually have the 2 largest private training facilities. I want to say south of 20,
Wow.
if I'm not mistaken. So
That's pretty impressive. What I'm gonna do here on the Southside Show, I'm gonna commit to coming over to your place and working out there. Now you can't. I don't want you to hurt me, or to have any of your trainers to hurt me. Sometimes I've been I wouldn't say I was a member of a training program, but I frequented it quite often, and I felt like sometimes if I fell out, they would just kind of just walk over me and continue working out. I felt like I was just gonna, I just felt like I was just exhausted beyond, I guess, the point of return. How is your facility different in your fitness professionals and working with people that may not be as athletically inclined, or those who are kind of out of shape that need to kind of get in shape, but that's what we're there for. We got to start somewhere.
So, as I like to call, as your community health center, how we do it is we take each person that comes in the door individually. We don't look at you as
one size fits all.
Yeah, it's no way possible. That's why we are a training facility.
Okay.
Because everybody that comes in is getting training individually, as opposed to a lot of different places where it's more so group training and they do different things what they do. We try to individualize everything that we do there and really cater whatever we do for whatever person that comes in the door, cater to what their needs and what their goals are.
Now that's interesting that you have individualized programs as opposed to, like I said, everybody just get in the class and everybody do the same thing, and then they yelling and cussing at you and everything is like.
I mean, we do have some classes that go on there.
Which is good.
Yeah, but our primary thing is, like I say, small group training and one-on-one training. And with that, it's not, in order to be effective and in order to have long-term effects on the people that we are serving, we gotta cater, we gotta customize it. We gotta make sure that we understand that it's not gonna be a one-size-fits-all, and that your Artie, it's not gonna be no other Artie walking the door that has the same things that you have, whether it be good or whether it be bad.
Okay, all right. Well, in just a moment, we're going to bring up a couple of additional guests from Train or Die, and we're going to talk to them to find out what is it that they do there for you and how you guys work together and how you're changing the lives not only of the people that train there, but also for the people that work there.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So Jason, now that we're back, could you please introduce us to your guest?
Okay. So I brought 2 of the guys that work out of my place. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Brandon and Mel. So go ahead, Brandon.
I'm Brandon Young. I'm one of the trainers there at Train or Die. It's Train or Die Savage.
Okay. And how long have you been with Train or Die?
I want to say roughly going on 4 years now.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right, my name is Melvin Ezeokonkwo, and I run a business called Built Off Faith out of Train or Die compound, and it's been about, I want to say, a year and some months.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, Jay, as we were talking earlier about Train or Die, and I was asking you what makes Train or Die different from other, fitness facilities, and you said that you actually provide for your trainers the ability for them to be able to develop their business and also to build upon trying to help them to be successful to broaden what they have the ability to do. Could you expound a little bit and also have them to kind of talk about some of the things, the takeaways that you guys have received since you've been with Train or Die?
So in my 13 years in the business, right, what helped me really cement exactly the way I want to go with the business is most fitness companies either cater to the gym or they cater to the end user, the everyday client that comes in the gym.
Right.
Nobody kind of caters to the fitness and wellness professional, the trainer, the yoga instructor. They only want them to come work for them. Right. That's all they want. You're gonna use them as an asset to build your business. So when I looked at the lens and looked at that, especially for me training, the way I envision it is providing a space for that middle ground, for the people that are only used to benefit someone else most times, or that are left out from even thinking that they can expand from just being a trainer, or even using the word trainer. I try to stay away from that because they're fitness professionals.
Right.
They're providing professional services. So that's kind of how I look at it. I'm gonna let them explain because they're in the midst of it.
Well, I'm gonna start with one of your newest guys. Okay. The guy that just got about a year under his belt with Train or Die. Tell us exactly what have you received from Train or Die since you've been working with him.
Right. So prior to Train or Die, I had no idea a gym, a facility like this existed. So it's actually crazy. I used to work at that same facility when it wasn't Train or Die. This was when I was an undergrad, and it was me and Tony, who is a trainer at the facility now. So crazy enough, we both left what it was, and it was UFIT at that time. So when I was in grad school, Tony, who is the trainer there now, he told me about the facility, and I was like, wow, like I can run my own business out of it. And I was like, okay, I've never done it before. So he taught me the whole concept, and then he reached out to Jay, and then me and Jay met up one day, and then I was like, wow, like this is a really dope facility, and there's nothing like this like on the Southside, at least I know about. So it's been, like I said, it's been a year. I've learned there's like a lot of value. All of the trainers are very like down to earth. Like you can ask them any questions if you're not experiencing, the business aspect of things. And Jay is really good with, just giving us the solutions to whatever we need, so it's been amazing.
All right. Well, great. And then you said, what's your name again? Brandon. You've been with Train or Die, you said over 4 years now?
Just 4 years.
Just going on 4 years. And tell us your experience working with Train or Die.
It was great. It's been great. I'm loving it. I'm gonna keep going for as long as I can. I'm from the corporate gym setting as well. Jay actually came and got me out of LA Fitness. I was averaging almost 30, 40 clients a day training.
Wow.
My paycheck wasn't going up though.
Right. So
being with Jay at Train or Die allows me to still train that same amount of clients, but I'm writing my own check.
Right.
So
you get out of it what you put into it, basically.
Exactly. And then on top of that, I actually get to train them the way I want to. LA Fitness, it's a little conventional. I'm unconventional.
Yeah. It almost sounds to me that these bigger gyms, the franchises, are more so. It's kind of they have the hourly, blue collar mindset, right, versus working with Jay in his facility. It's more of an entrepreneurial environment where you guys are able to, of course, you all want to bring a check home yourselves, but you're able to work with each other in trying to make your business better. There's little bits of what, that each of you have within your routines as professionals that make your business well, and I'm quite sure that you pick up a lot of things from a lot of the trainers or other professionals that you work with to kind of bring your game up to par.
Yes, sir.
And then working with a person like Jay that works around the clock, that type of stuff, it kind of it brushes off on you.
It does carry
you
over.
know,
It definitely does carry over.
You have to bring your game up. You know.
One thing I want to say on that is, it's just about being an incubator. You have all these different business incubators for people. I think they just opened one downtown. So we want to be an incubator for fitness. So, you know, like Mel being a athletic trainer, Branding doing a lot of different body type modalities when it comes to fitness, and really retraining your body on different levels with that. It's just about bringing those different type of fitness businesses in and letting their mind really, because when they sit and talk, they create. And when you're in an environment where everybody's being creative and everybody's being creative in the environment of fitness, you never know what you can get. And so I just wanted to make sure that the space that I'm providing is a space for them to be able to really grow, and those ideas, just like a baby in an incubator, it just grows and grows, and it's no telling where it can go.
Right.
One of my big things is making sure I want every person that trains out of my place to be able to have 6 figures within the first couple of years. That's my goal.
That's a great goal to have.
Yeah.
It's definitely obtainable.
Yeah, and I think lots of times whenever you start a business or you're working or something like that, it seems to me that, or for instance, let's just say that you're at a facility and you're training to do something, they have goals set for you that are very, very low and kind of status quo. Me personally, I don't like to shoot for the status quo. I don't like to shoot for the C. Because if you fall short, I might have the D or the F. You know, I'm gonna shoot for the A. If I fall short, I might get the B or C. But you know, I'm always keeping my exactly. And most times, your mindset is what I think limits us.
Yeah.
Being comfortable, like Jay, you were talking earlier about being at LA Fitness. You were doing really well, trying to work 7 days a week. They didn't want you to work there 7 days a week, and they were telling you to go home, go home, go home. And they had that mindset of they just wanted you to kind of stay in your place.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
And I felt that you were probably getting more out of their business than they were getting out of the business, even though you had a lot of clients coming through.
Yeah.
But once you end up leaving them, that just kind of opened the doors for you to kind of to build and to expand. And like I said, your mind is usually is what limits you. You know, everybody likes that comfort. They like having that, you know, 9 to 5, that security, and just to make sure that, you know, you have that job that just over broke. Make sure that you can pay for the rent, you can pay the utility bill, you might be able to go out and eat out, but then you back at it again in that rat race, you know, like everyone else.
And they don't expose you to anything. I want to, especially now as we're going into it more and more, especially this year, where we're at now as far as with the facility, I want to open their eyes to a lot more of the fitness industry. What, you know, minorities, because that's what a lot of the fit pros are, haven't been experienced to. Like I helped orchestrate a trip to one of the leading industry conventions a few weeks back. And the guys I took with me, I took like 7 of the fit pros that train out of my place and work out of my place with me. But I wanted to use those type of things as ways to open their eyes, to let them know that there's really no limit on this fitness industry to where you can go at. It's all on you. It's based on how hard you want to work and how big you could think.
Right.
And those corporate companies, they don't want you to think. They just want you. They need a drone to fit into this role and work for them to build their pot and build whatever they're building. And it's a lot more fun if it's 10 tables and everybody eating. I can go get food from everybody.
Right.
Everybody eats, you know?
Right. Well, I know that it's very rewarding to you, Jay, when you can, I guess, take an individual like these two gentlemen, and you can invest time, effort, share experiences, and then you can see them grow and go out and do other things. These guys can go out and open, fitness facilities just like you, or whatever it is that they may do, because you don't just work with fitness professionals. You have, I know that you had masseuse in your facilities. You have all types of disciplines. Anybody that's within that health and fitness realm, they can grow in your shop.
That's exactly what I mean. We're an incubator for the fitness and wellness professional or entrepreneur, whatever title they want to put on it. If you're in the fitness industry, you have a place at Train or Die to be able to grow. And even when you feel like you are at a point where you might feel Train or Die might be too small for you, we want to help put you in a position to build past Train or Die if it comes to that. So we're building a lot of strategic relationships to be able to help them get to whatever level they may be. And I'm with Brandon being with me for these last 4 years, I hope he sees that, and not just sees it, but is able to utilize the things that I'm trying to bring into play for him to grow and go further than even what he is today. The same with Mel.
Well, great. Well, that's a fantastic story. I'm looking forward to coming and visiting with you guys. Like I said, don't hurt me. I'm coming there to work out. I want y'all guys to give me a goal to work towards.
The best version of you.
Yeah, exactly. The best version of me. It just so happens it's probably not going to be the 18, 20-year-old version of me.
Whatever that is for you.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, in wrapping up, Jay, in conclusion, is there anything that you would like to leave our Southside Show guests with before we conclude?
If I can, I'm gonna just say a couple words. I'm gonna let them really say what they want to say, if you don't mind. If you're in the fitness industry, come see us. We have the 2 largest private training facilities on the South Side. I think south of 20, if I'm not mistaken. And we can work. We try to work with everybody. Come holler at us. Our doors are open. If you got positive energy and you want to grow and you want to build, come holler at us. We're trying to go somewhere.
Brandon Young, thanks for having me. You can follow me at Train or Die Savage. You got bad knees, bad hips, bad lower back, come see me. And just come ready to work. Keep an open mind, stay healthy. Thank you.
Yeah, so my name is, again, Melvin Ezeokonkwo. Thank you for having me. This was amazing. Like I said previously in the past, like I do have, I run my business out of Train or Die. It's called Built Off Faith. So I think of health and wellness holistically. It's not just about, what you do in the gym physically, but you got to make sure your mind is right. You got to make sure, you're one with God is what I would say. So yeah, if you're looking for that kind of, work, I'm definitely taking on clients right now. At Train or Die Compound, so you can hit me up on Instagram at eze.mel. And yeah, come ready to work.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for being a guest on the Southside Show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us.
And that's a wrap, folks. My time is up. I'm Artie Jones, your host of the Southside Show, bringing you the latest and the greatest that the Southside has to offer. And if you don't remember anything else from this episode, please remember this. Don't sleep on the Southside. Take care.